Hi everyone, I've been living in China for 6 years now, and I would like to express and just share my views what I don't like about China, or life ain't that easy as it seems here as a foreigner, right? Right, so let's get into it. Number one is of course the internet, because everything is blocked. YouTube, Facebook, Google, all the services, you name it. That's why you need to use a VPN. And you need to pay for it, obviously, because the free services, free VPNs are just, they are not so good, and they usually suck, and bombarded with ads, which is not great and ideal. So you need to buy one of the VPNs here. Okay, let's say you buy a VPN and everything is fine and smooth. But no, not always it is the case, since sometimes there's party sessions and some kind of communist party meetings when the internet and VPNs are being blocked, so you're cut off from the rest of the world without any access or any communications whatsoever, which puts you not in a very good situation or ideal situation that you like to be. Yeah, so that is really not a good thing. And a second thing I would like to address is the food, since the food here is completely different from what we're used to. At least we in Europe, I don't know about wherever you're from, the food is just too spicy, at least for me, and I cannot eat it. And eat these hot pots with all the favorite Chinese dish, hot pot, of course, obviously. And if it's not spicy, then it's not food for them. So you have to get used to it, but I can't. So I just always ask non-spicy, please. Sometimes I do enjoy Chinese food. I do enjoy non-spicy hot pots, non-spicy food. It's all right. But some food like spicy or disgusting foods, all kinds of foods are being eaten here. For say, like, would you eat a cow's stomach in a hot pot, or cockroaches on a stick, or octopuses? I would not eat them. But of course, for every person it's different. For me, it's just my stomach is too sensitive for all this stuff, so I have to avoid them. And of course, number three would be maybe the people and their behavior, because you see, people here tend to be very curious since they never seen any foreigners. They never seen any foreigners. They look at you and they think, huh? Who is this person? Is he a Chinese? Is he not a Chinese? You need to know everything and you need to ask, are you a foreigner? With the eyes like that? Wow, like they saw an alien from a distant galaxy or something. Really, they never see any foreigners here, but I think they behave a bit inadequately. Well, some people might think, here it's all fine, you come to China, you feel like a superstar, people want to take photos with you, you feel great, right? But it's not because about you, not because of your achievements or anything, it's just that you look different. And to them, you're an alien. I think I look at it in a bit of a negative sense, since people do this out of the curiosity, the sheer curiosity that they pure exotic, and that's what it is, no more. Well, the thing number four, of course, it is the traffic. The people drive here like crazy. Well, there is one rule here in the roads of China, that there are no rules. Everybody drives however, whenever, and they just don't care. there have been a number of amounts of times where I was almost hit by a car because they don't look at the road, and maybe they're looking at their phones or something, whatever it is, right? Who cares about the rules of the road, right? Because why drive anyway? Just drive with your blindfold on, and that's it. Or maybe because people here, they need to, they get a license plate and they can use their cars with the license plates like no more than 2 or 3 days a week. That's why they really all want to drive. Everybody wants to drive and drive like crazy. I think whatever explanation to this. Yeah. Well, another thing that's bothering me is I think the climate a bit, since it's like a bit extreme in comparison to where I'm from. It's a bit extreme. There are like extreme events, storms, like rainstorms in the winter, like snowstorms are getting more frequent. And especially in central China, there are, in the apartments where you live, there's just no central heating, and it does get really, really cold, and that's why it's unpleasant to even be in your home. It's so unpleasant. I don't want to stay at home. I want to go to some mall where it's warmer, where it's better. Grab a hot drink or something like that. So this to keep in mind, of course. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, these people. Here we go. Here comes the stairs. Yeah, that's something you need to get used to if you want to come here. Anyway. Yeah. So where were I? Where was I? Oh yeah. You need to get, especially in winter, if it's cold in the cold areas. Yeah, sometimes need to buy a heater or something so you can stay warm in your home. It would be pleasant. Yeah. Now, the next thing I don't like, I think the hotels. Here in China, not every hotel accepts foreigners, and I know recently they tried to change this policy. They announced that, we're gonna accept foreigners, every hotel is gonna accept foreigners. But I don't think it's the case that it's going to change anytime soon, or for the benefit of us foreigners here. But we'll see. I really love that change. It's really bothering. You need to look for hotels. You find a hotel, you look it up online, you pick the category. For example, in Meituan app at least, pick the category foreigners allowed, yes, and you go to your hotel, check in. No, we don't accept. But the app said, we don't care what the app said, we just don't accept. Sometimes they're just too lazy to do the paperwork or something like that. Another thing to keep in mind, yeah. So before you book a hotel, or just let's say if you want to book a hotel, you need to contact the hotel and always ask in Chinese, do you accept foreigners? Yes? Okay, then you can stay calm and just go and check in easily. Yeah. And another thing, I think it's the visas. Issuing of visas, it's not always easy for the tourists, like tourist visa. Of course, it will not be a problem, I think, but for other types, like work visa, you need to provide lots of documents, lots of things like non-criminal record and so on and so forth. And it's really serious hassle, takes a lot of time and energy and nerves. And another thing to consider, of course, some countries now get 15-day visa-free as a tourist, like some European countries or US or some others, and like Malaysia. Yeah, but like my country, not always the case. You always need to get a visa, and it's never going to change, I guess. For me, that is. Another thing, I think the climate, not the climate, but the pollution, especially during the winter season, especially when I was living in Anhui province, for example. The smog seemed to be apocalyptic. It's just insane. It's just insane, and you do not want to open the windows. You do not want to go outside or anything. Just sit at home, and if you need to go out, then be sure to wear a mask from smog, even though the COVID-19 is over by now. So yeah, let's see if they're gonna hit me. No? Okay, yeah. Traffic is a bit crazy. Sometimes they see a person walking by and just want to cross the street, and they just even speed up. Yeah. Oh, one more thing I didn't mention, but it's really irritating, I think, is smoking. Everybody here smokes. Every single one of them. Maybe not, but of course I'm joking. Not every single one of the Chinese smoker. But it's really bad for a person like me who doesn't like smoking, who doesn't like the smell of cigarettes. Every time I walk outside, I see people smoking to my face, going to convenience stores, for example, and the person, the cashier is smoking. I'm just handing out the cash or just scanning my code to pay, and they're like, okay, sure. No, for me it's not really acceptable. Okay, all these bikes. I'm just surprised how they're allowed to ride on the sidewalks here in Shenzhen. It's just really bizarre and really difficult to come by. Yeah, but yeah, smoking is an issue that needs to be dealt with. But here it seems that smoking is even promoted. That's right, smoking seems like it's promoted widely, and it seems there are certain quotas that they need to smoke in order to raise their tobacco industry, which is one of the main reasons everybody loves to smoke here. So if you're a smoker, come to China. It's a smoker's paradise. Yeah. And I think that is all I just wanted to mention here. Of course, I could just go on forever and ever talking about all the negatives, but let's not just stop on the negatives here, alright? So thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this walk, and see you on the next video. Bye!